Hi, this is Valerio Granieri of the Italian atmospheric doom-gaze post-rock band Rome In Monochrome, and you are listening to The Bloodshed with the Vampire on Metal Messiah Radio International.
Valerio, thank you very much for taking time out for this interview. It's a great honor to have you here on the Metal Bloodshed on Metal Messiah Radio.
The honor is mine and for all the band. I'm alone, but they are with me in spirit.
Yes, Valerio, it has been a while that I have told myself I have to get in touch with you to do this interview, and we finalizing this dream to have you in interview.
I'm very proud of being here. I love your show. You are a great metal journalist, so it's fine to be here, and I wanted to be here.
Valerio, tonight we're gonna talk about this great band, Rome In Monochrome, which is a hybrid creature made of melancholy and abstract projection of future music in a lifeless room. Doom, shoegaze, slowcore, post-rock, darkwave, progressive have been found dead. Vocal guitar-driven post-music of resignation and a whole confinement and austere mask hiding the absolute nonsense of photo album filled with misty landscape and deserted hearts. Valerio, how was your love and passion born for this beautiful mix of doom, yes, post-rock, shoegaze, darkwave with this rock tendency genre type?
I don't know, because it's something very natural. At the time, until now, I have been the main songwriter for Rome In Monochrome, and this is just a blend of all the stuff I've listened the most part of my life. This is the best way to drive out of me the stuff, the shit I have inside, because this kind of music is the best support to my lyrics or to my ears, so obviously. I love all music. I just love music. I'm not a metalhead. I'm not a dark addicted. I'm a music lover and a songwriter. The band is best vehicle to dig this stuff out. So it's sort of layers that put over and over, each one over the other one. And so this is the final result.
How are things doing with the band lately? I'm talking about seeing that the Italian community has suffered so much of this COVID-19. How is Italy recovering from this COVID situation?
I don't know, because at the time we are living a sort of a dream, because it was so strange to be confined at home and listen every day to these reports with deaths and with thousands of deaths. We feared for our lives. For the first time in my life, I was not sure to be alive tomorrow. And so at the time we are starting to live again, but there is something hiding behind us, some shade that moves beside us, and there is a little bit of dark inside that lasts. It would be never like it was before, I think. We are trying to start to live again, but it's kind of strange at the time.
Valerio, for fans to get to know you much better, you as a young and talented musician, besides Rome In Monochrome, are you busy with some other project?
Oh, yeah. I'm always busy because I'm crazy and I always say that I cannot say no to music. So also in quarantine, I was involved in something new because we couldn't rehearse, couldn't play together because we are writing and finalizing the second album and we needed to stay together in the same room. So I wrote something else. I will start again to record the first album for Aurora Nowhere, my main side project that is a little bit different from Rome In Monochrome because it's a sort of, you can say, dark Americana or gothic country, something very slow and border music, I always call it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was involved in a new electronic stuff by a friend who wrote me, I wrote this in quarantine because I have nothing to do. Can you sing something over it? Let's try. And we have 6 or 7 songs. I think we will finalize them in the next month.
Okay.
There's also some apocalyptic folk stuff like Sol Invictus or Steve Von Till, something very deep and with two friends, always in in quarantine, because quarantine was, man, I live alone. At the time, I am at my girlfriend's house with her moving around and our dog that moves between my feet. But I spent my quarantine all alone in my small flat apartment, and it was hard. It was very hard, so I had to keep myself busy.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Are you also doing something with Alex?
Yeah, we did something together, because he's the main songwriter of Invernoir. I don't know if you know them.
Yeah.
And I wrote most of the lyrics of the new album, and I sang on one song, which obviously is the most strange song of the album, a little bit experimental, and it will be out in September or October, I am not sure. We were talking about it today.
Okay, yeah. Valerio, for what we hear for Rome in Monochrome, the band founded in 2013, and after several lineup changes and target adjustment in 2015, yes, the band released the debut EP Karma Anubis, an awesome 3-song EP with killer tunes like, the self-titled Karma Anubis. Is there anything you want to share with the fans, Valerio, about this first release of the band?
Yeah, why not? This was our presentation to the world, because we had clear idea of what we wanted to do, but ideas are something and make them real is totally different. We talked a lot with our ex-guitarist. We fired him last year, but he was the founder of the band. He involved me, and the two of us talked a lot about what Rome In Monochrome have to be. We decided to present, if was possible, obviously, almost all the sides of what we wanted to do. So the 3 songs are very different, one from each other. It was a conscious choice. It's a good presentation. I not often listen to it now, but still proud about it, because we did a good job, I think.
Talking about the EP, the instrumental track and the music was chosen as the original soundtrack to the book trailer of the literary opera Finestre Incendiate by Anna Rita Martire for the literary contest Spiriti Liberi, in which the book and the trailer emerged as winner of the respective categories. Wow, what an honor, Valerio. How it happened that your song was chosen as the soundtrack for this book trailer by Anna Rita Martire?
It's a great story. I have a lot of friends that are involved in arts, in various kind of art. And these people who lives in the southern Italy still have an advertising agency, and they were working to this book trailer for this great Italian writer, young writer, and they contact me because they wanted some music for this stuff. I had some instrumental tracks, and music was totally played by me, also guitars and effects, and I proposed them to use and music. They chose it and found it very fitting. It was a great experience, and also I have to thank Anna Rita, because finally the book was printed and she sent me a copy, and it's a great book that I advise everyone to read. It's a very dramatic story, and I think that it fits a lot with our music. It's very fitting. So it was a great experience. It was something out of the blue, something that just happened, and I'm very proud about it. I don't know if you have seen the trailer. It was a great small piece of cinema.
Okay, to continue with this interview, the band consists of you, Valerio, as the lead vocals, Gianluca Lucarini, lead guitars and backing and harsh vocal, Alessio Reggi as lead guitar, Marco Paparella as guitars, violin, Riccardo Ponzi as the basses, and Flavio Castagnoli as the drummer. My question is, how was this lineup formed?
It was a strange chain of happenings, and first I have to say that Gianluca is not in the band anymore, because last year we parted ways, and it was inevitable, and we are going on, and we have decided to replace him with a keyboard and piano player, and this is one of the causes of the fact that we are moving a little bit from what we were, because because we didn't and don't and will never want to do a new album that sounds like the one before. And so the lineup was sort of successful and following meetings, and the original lineup was about two bands that joining together because Rome In Monochrome already existed, and I had another band called Post Ghost played something a little bit different, something almost like the Deftones, just to understand. And when Rome In Monochrome lost the original drummer, we asked to the Post Ghost one to join us, but he told us that two bands are too much, and so we decided to match all the two bands together. I left the guitar because I sang and played guitar at the time, and concentrated only on vocal duties, and we had the strange lineup with three guitars. And after that, we have just replaced the drummer another time because shit happens, and Flavio is the final choice, and I hope we will stay together for a long time. Flavio is also the drummer in Arsonirica.
Very great.
Yeah. We shared the drummer. We played together in December in a gig in Rome, and Flavio stayed in his place for 2 hours or almost.
No break, just keep playing.
Yeah, he kept playing for 2 hours almost.
Valerio, Rome In Monochrome, discovered this band was something very great. Yes, but when we're talking about this name, Rome In Monochrome, my question is how you decided for this, Rome In Monochrome as the band name?
It was, and it always will be, a sort of metaphor, because it's a sort of looking at the dark side of something sunny and bright. It's our way to tell the listeners that we are exploring the darkest side of life. No one imagines Rome in monochrome because Rome is always sunny. Today it's raining, but it's strange for us. So it's kind of the dark side of life.
If I may ask, are you the one that have chosen the name?
Oh, no. It was a strange story. We are full of strange stories because Gianluca, our first guitarist, was playing in a grindcore band called Degenerate, and the first Degenerate vocalist, who is also a friend of mine, because he was a clerk in a big musical shop in Rome, so I knew him. He had decided to start a side project because we are all busy inside stuff, because we are all crazy, and he decided to choose this name. But this project never started, so Gianluca asked him, Max, he is called Massimiliano in Italian, is a short version is Max. Max, can I use Rome In Monochrome for my new band? He said yes, and we did it. But I appreciated it at the first time because it's a great name. It's long, but easy to remember and easy to associate with us.
Yeah.
So I love it.
It matches when you say the band Rome In Monochrome.
I find that it matches and that it is a name that it doesn't define us in style, because you can think a lot of kind of music that fit with Rome In Monochrome. And this is a name that leaves us free to evolve and move from our position, never betraying it.
Yeah, I understood. In February 2018, Rome In Monochrome have signed with Solitude Productions, Bad Moon Man Music, and released the first full-length album, Away From Lights, in March. Was the band EP, Karma Anubis, released via this Russian label as well? And if not, how did you make it possible for the release of the band's full-length album with them?
No, the first EP was self-produced, and when we finalized all the songs for Away From Light, the songs were written almost all together, the EP ones and the full-length ones. And when we finalized all the stuff, we have recorded it, and we started to try to find a label. We sent our promo to Solid, and they were happy to work with us, and they proposed us a deal, and it was the best proposal we received, and so we signed. We never regretted it because they are very, very honest and very focused, and they did a great promotion. We had a lot of reviews and a lot of interviews at the time the album came out, so it's possible to work with them again in the future. Why not? It was very easy and very simple.
Okay, talking about this full-length album, Away From Light, that was released 2 years ago, the album composition are elegant, intimate, ritual, facing ghost feeling and painful memories. You will drown in an ethereal blindness sea of pain, wiped out of grief. a descent into a maelstrom of green void, melodic guitars, melancholic and desperate vocals will make the atmosphere of detachment and the sadness saturated and at the same time attractive. A very great album, I must say, Valerio.
Thank you.
Okay, this album released 2018. Tracklist is as follows. Number 1 is Ghost of Oz. The second one is A Solitary King. Number 3, Paranoia, Pitch Black. Number 4, Alterous, Atlantis. Number 5, December, Remembrance. Number 6, Until My Eyes Go Blind. Number 7, Between the Dark and Shadows. Number 8, Only the Cold. I must say, among the years, I have listened to all these songs and I love so much, but I think the one that I'm gonna talk about now is the one that I personally love very much. And I'm talking about this track for the song number 7. I mean, yes, in promotion of the band at that time, official video clip was released. That was on April 16, Valerio, in 2018, when you guys have released a video clip for this track, Between the Dark and Shadows. And if you don't mind, I must say, yes, once again, my favorite song, and I love the video, but would you like to say something about this video?
Yeah, why not? It was a great experience because we asked around to some directors we love. We found this friend of a friend, Roberto Simeone. He is from our zone. I finally met him for the first time in a pub. We sat at the same table and he looked at me and told me, I heard the song. It is a great song. I read the lyrics. I have a concept in my head. It is almost like Until It Sleeps from Metallica. In my mind, I said something like, there are two possibilities. He's crazy. He's a genius. I noticed it was the second one because he brought me these 4 or 5 papers of ideas, sheens, and makeup and stuff. I was with my mouth open and I told him, yeah, we will do this with you. It was a great experience. We filmed for 3 or 4 weekends sequentially. We all have day jobs, so we had to film in the weekend. I will always be proud of the result because I still love it. We filmed it around where we live, or almost. There is an Etruscan necropolis near my home and the sea is not far. I see it from my balcony. It was a great work. It was very funny, a little bit intimate because it's our home. The stuff that you see in the video, it's our home. Indoor scenes in which I move almost naked were filmed in a small pub in Rome, and it was the day before the great snow that happened in Rome in 2018. It was strange because I started feeling cold and I didn't notice why. And the day after we were covered with snow. It's strange for Rome. It never happens, or almost.
But one question, the lady that appeared in the video is a special actress?
They are all models because at the time we worked with Camellia Production. That was our main agency to find us concerts, and she helped with the production of the video, and she brought 3 or 4 models for the different scenes. It was great because they were very professional and very nice. It was something very beautiful.
Rome in Monochrome released their first full-length album, Away from Light, on 16th of March 2018, almost 2.5 years ago. But each time I listen to it, Valerio, it catches my heart, and I feel myself being carried away into a beautiful, melancholic, atmospheric, dark, but beautiful place. Who was responsible for writing the song on this album? What was the main themes or topics for most of these songs about?
Yeah, the main songwriter is me. I am the lyric writer, and I write most of the music on, it's better to say I write the main structures of the songs, and I bring them in our rehearsal room, and there happens something I really don't understand because each one of us adds his flavor, his touch, his ideas, and Away from Light was a lot songwriter plus band album, because I brought almost all the stuff, not all, and they added something over on the main structure. We are working differently now. We are working a lot more all together. I always bring the basic structures, but the stuff moves and explodes in my hands, and I don't know what the fuck happening. And the main themes in Away from Light are to be observing life and not really living, something like this. You are the first to hear this story, because I was not ready to tell anyone, and because I was not sure that we would arrive to write and record the second album. And so the story is something that goes in over 3 albums. Away from Light is the first of them, and it is about observing life from outside and not being part of life and not being able to live properly and to live in a whole dimension of a human being. And the second one will be suffering life, trying to live and suffer the pain of being related with other people, and so suffer betrayings and feeling unable to give what all the rest of people needs from you. And the third chapter will be refusing life and close yourself forever in your home, almost like the lockdown we recently had. It's a sort of traveling, trying to live and find that is almost impossible. This is the main story. After the third album, I don't know what we will do. Maybe something completely new, maybe this band, maybe I don't know. But this is what I have in my head at the time. I shared it with all the bandmates.
Wow. Valerio, so great for you to have shared this with us. Thank you very much.
It's an honor to be here again to talk about our second album when it will be out.
Valerio, going back to your full-length album, this album also features Carmelo Orlando from November on screaming vocals on the song Paranoia Pitch Black. How did you decide to bring him on board?
It was a great honor, because Novembre is one of the greatest metal bands from Italy. They are around since 90s. They caught the respect of all European fans by making great records, by touring with Paradise Lost, with Catatonia. They are friends with great bands. So it was very simple, as always, because we were recording in the Fabio Fraschini studio. Fabio is the bass player for Novembre. He's a good friend of us, and we were talking with him, and we told him it would be great to have some screams in Paranoia Pitch Black. And he told us, oh, I'm gonna ask Carmelo. Oh, great. Great, because Carmelo is one of my personal mates. And the next week he was in the studio and he was singing something I wrote. I was full of joy. He is a great vocalist. It was great to see him in action. He's a perfectionist. He's a very professional. It was a great lesson to hear him singing in front of me. He did a great performance. He loved it.
Okay, since you already talk about this great Fabio Ficini. Yes, the album was recorded, mixed, and produced by Fabio. Yes, he also produced for November at the Play Rec Studio and mastered by the mastermind, Duan Suano and Unison Studio. How was your fun with these guys?
It was great. And forever, it was very simple because we heard the Ursa album from November and we loved the sound because he sounds great. And we built almost the same team. And it was a good choice because when you listen to your stuff after 2 years or almost, you always find something you want to change or you want to do in a different way. It happens always, and it happens also to me and to us. But we never regretted the sound choices because I think the album still sounds fresh. It's a strange kind of situation because now you listen to a lot of music every day, new stuff with file sharing, with Spotify, with YouTube, and the stuff gets old in a while. And most of all, the sound choices, because they are always around there, they are always trying to use the latest technologic stuff to record and to play and to produce. We did different choice. We used all digital stuff. We worked in a modern way, but we didn't choose to exasperate some ingredients instead of others. It's a sort of equilibrium, and I think we found a great equilibrium. Maybe the new one will sound differently, but it is still a great photograph of us, I think.
Okay, after 2 years, Valerio, after this album has been released, for those who still want to buy this album, in how many formats is this album still available?
It's still available in every format. We have the CDs, we have all the digital stuff. The CDs can be bought from us directly, from label web shop. We have the cassette stuff because we are a little bit nostalgic because we are not so young and we are in love with this format, and we are available in every way you want to catch us.
How about vinyls?
No, because they are hard times and it's very expensive to produce vinyls, and Solitude doesn't produce vinyls, so we had to do by ourselves, and we found that it was a little bit too expensive for us. We live of something else that is not music, so we have to do this kind of choices. It's obvious, sadly.
Something that I want to ask as well, if you don't mind to brief us a little bit, some explanation on the album cover artwork, which is so great.
It's all very simple because we were looking for a cover and we are surfing on the net and we found that this great illustration by Machine Room Art Design was there forgotten in the unsold stuff. We saw it and I told it's perfect. Fits perfectly with the concept. So we had to have this. And we bought it and we used it. It was very simple. It's something I still love just because the sounds and because I still love it. It was a good choice, I think. It represents the album in a good way.
There wasn't any adjustment done to this?
Just a little bit. The logo and the title and a little bit of graphic refinement, but the illustration is almost the same. It was a sort of illumination. We saw it and we told us this is made for us, so we have to have it.
Okay, continue with this interview. Rome in Monochrome. Live shows are introspective, elegant, deep experiences of intimate descents into the magnetic and obscure mood where the band faces ghost emotion and painful memories and brings you by the hand to do the same. They headline many shows and share the stage with the Foreshadows, Onslaught, Antimatter, No Sound, Shores of Null, Teresa's, Pantais, The Macabre, Funebre, and others. Also opened the 2018 edition of Anglo Nation Festival, sharing the stage with that of Steve Sylvester, Pestilence, Folkstone, Necroda, and many others. How was the shows gone and how was the experience sharing stage with all these great bands, Valerio? Valerio.
It was a dream came true because I think you understood it. I am a musician, but before everything, I am a fan of music. So I share the stage with someone. I have the records at home. So it was a great emotion. I had my heart exploding when Vincent Kavanagh came to me and told me, "Hi, I'm Vincent. We will play together tonight." Oh, great. I have all your records at home. It was great. It was great. And we obviously missing play live.
I have an Anathema t-shirt, but I didn't wear it. Now I need to check it out. I love the band.
Oh, yeah, great. It was a great evening because they played in an acoustic version. And also we did the same with a sort of low wires version with only 2 guitars and hand percussion. It was a strange experience. It was great because the songs, our songs are almost always written on acoustic guitar. So it was something that brought the songs to their original form and it was a great experience. There was a crowd of people and we received a lot of appreciation and we sold a lot of stuff. It was really great. I love to be in touch with people after we played. I'm not so social with people, but the situations, when I speak of music, when I talk of music, you are noticing it. It's hard to stop me.
Okay, Valerio, to speed up this interview, it's so great talking to you. The time flies, but I still want to finish up this. Valerio, I had this great honor to interview Daniel Nagway of this last May for his band Clouds and its new album Durere. And on this last March 26, the band did an 8-musician vocals collaboration in which you was part of this to do this 2020 single for The Path of Sorrow. What a great work done by you guys. I mean, what a great collaboration. What a great vocalization by you. What can you tell us about this collaboration and how come you become one of these great 8 musicians and being part of this amazing collaboration for the song The Path of Sorrow?
It was the final result of contest Clouds did almost 2 years ago. They were looking for a guest vocalist for a track in the Door album, the 3rd one. And we participated and the winner was a great singer from United States called Caleb Bergen. He has become a great friend. Daniel was very surprised and amazed by the high level of the contestants and he wrote the music for The Path of Sorrow and told us, yeah, great. So you write the lyrics and you sing and you decide what to sing and I will appear just when you are finishing. It was a strange experience because we don't live one near each other. So it was something done by email, by Dropbox, by sharing files. And we found a common way to express ourselves. And it was great for me because for the first time in my life, I had to do 1 or 2 steps behind and not decide what to sing all alone. But I needed to get the approval of all the other members. It was great because it made me make some good friends because Maurizio from Ghost Heart Nebula, he has become a great friend since that. And so for Margarita and Julia, I am still in touch with them. It was a great experience. At the first, I was not sure that we would arrive at the end with something usable and fitting and perfectly working. But I had to say that this happened. I love this song. I'm very proud to be on it and to share the vocal duties with such great vocalists.
Yeah, I want to congratulate each and every of these 8 musicians, including you. I want to congratulate and thanks Daniel Nagway for this great accomplishment.
Yeah, Daniel has become a great friend also. I met him in person 2 or 3 times. We played together in Belgium because he was the Pantheist drummer. We met at a festival. We shared a great time. We talked a lot. It was great. He's a good friend and a very talented musician.
Okay, to go to the last part of this interview, Valerio, I want to say for those who don't know the band, when you feel you are haunted by your ghost, you just listen to Rome in Monochrome. It's whispering in your ears that we are all dead, even when alive. Life makes no sense at all. What we long for is aimless, that however impossible to feel, to thrill, to live, to be, you will be overwhelmed by a liquid, massive ocean of grief, a gentle storm of sorrow, swallowed by a caressing swirling maelstrom of wool, void join the cold of the absence of color. What will the band be doing, Valerio, for the end of 2020 or the beginning of 2021 when all this COVID thing is over?
We didn't plan to play live until the end of the year, and we have to do a postponed show from March with our friends Tetra from Italy. I think you interviewed them.
Yeah.
We have to play with them. We were invited to the release party, but the release party didn't happen because of the COVID. So I think that we will play just one shot after the end of the year and keep working on the new stuff.
So there's no show already booked for 2021 to start the year?
At the time, no, because it's very hard to plan something. And as I said before, this is not our main job. So we have always to preserve our financial equilibrium and don't book something that we are not sure to do. And so we are waiting. We are working on new stuff and waiting, because I think that all the world is almost waiting. And we hope that it's possible to play again in the 2021, because we missed the stage. Also me, that I'm not so stage lover. No, I'm not a stage lover, because each time I sing this stuff, I fall back into the feelings that made me write it. So it's not a great and safe travel, but I start singing and disappear with my mind, fall back into this stuff, and then reappear again and notice that the show is over and that we are playing the last song. This is what always happens.
Valerio, a question that I have to do before we leave. When we as media, as support, but also as fans, will be able to receive a new album from the band, and if it's so, will it be on the same path as the one you did in 2018?
We are working hard and hope to record in 2020. This is possible because the job is almost done. So we hope to release new stuff at the beginning, in the spring of 2021. This is our goal. It all depends from recordings and from the deal we will have. What about musical direction? It will be almost a new direction, because we are moving. We will move until Rome In Monochrome will be alive. It's always us, but we have keyboards and piano, and we are moving in a more progressive direction, and so there always will be sort of melancholy, resignation, because this is us. But in the direction of concept, we need some songs that have more elements in them. We are talking of relationships, not finding what you want in relationships with people, and finding almost pain. And so the songs are more complex and with layers and with strange elements, and I hope you will enjoy them. And I'm very curious, because it's a little bit different from what we have done. So I am the most curious of the bunch.
So that's
more curious than you.
So that's a good sign, because we're gonna have you back in interview in the spring then.
Oh, it will be an honor, and I am sure you have my word. I will be here to speak with you.
Valerio, I want to thank you very much for having made this interview possible. I want to hand you over the microphone of Metavisaya Radio for you, to thank and to invite all your fans, your friends, to support the band, to buy the band's first EP, Karma, Anubis, and to buy this great masterpiece, Away From Light, released last March 2018, if they haven't buy it as yet, if they don't have it in their collection as yet, especially for you fans that love the dark metal and rock music like Catatonia, My Dying Bride, Anathema, and Antimatter, to say some. Before I leave, Valerio, for fans that wants to buy the band's merchandises, what are there available and where should they go?
They should go on our Facebook page or on our website and on our Instagram profile and write directly to us. We are here and we are available for everything you want. And I hope you have enjoyed our talkings. It was great for me. And let's join the cult of the absence of color. That is our main claim. And thank you. Thank you. I want to be hosted by you in the near future, because I had a great time.
Thank you. Thank you once again, Valerio. I'm very honored to have this great opportunity to talk to to you. And yes, I wish you all the best with the band and all the best with this new upcoming album that you guys are busy working on now.
Thank you. Hope to have good news very soon.
Okay, like always say, metal on. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Catastrophe.